Okay, I'm going to talk to you a lot about military and mind control that's used in America for ISIS. So what happens is, just like Esteban Santiago, and I don't want to scare people and be like, oh my God, we're like in the same boat, because we're really not. We're not anything alike. In terms of harming people, I would never harm anybody. So let me state this in the beginning of my video. I would never harm anybody. Okay? But there was an ISIS commander that modulated my brain activity to links, or it was probably more than one, actually. It was, it was more than one because it happened over several days. But what happened was my cognition was controlled and I was commanded to investigate ISIS on the internet. My cognition was corrected. A lot of cognition was upgraded to military command, meaning that I was automated very extensively with my typing and keyboard strokes on my MacBook to uh, to investigate ISIS. And when I was low-key doing my own demonstrations, military tried to force me to go to web pages using my body with mind control to ISIS pages and to think about ISIS. Okay, they displayed the ISIS flag to my cognition and etc. on discrete channels that are connected to my cognition. I call them channels, but they're programs that work like synthetic photographic memory, okay? That display imaging that double over the retina and processed by the brain discretely, okay? So I use some of these processes with commands to change what the military was doing with me, because I thought, damn, this is a lot like Esteban Santiago. And I thought, damn, I might lose my life over this, literally. It's so serious, you know? But I came back with commands that toggled program information from the ISIS flag using the retina, which is a it's a process, right? So like I use the ISIS flag and I toggle in the system and enact commands relevant to the flag that would toggle my behavior. So like, let me slow down. There's so much play here. But I enacted serious commands, not defeating, but like entertaining the military. Really, I didn't defeat them, but I entertained them with more valuable criteria than what they were targeting me for. They were targeting me for ISIS. Okay, they controlled my fingers and my language and my cognition, and I couldn't process anything but the search terms related to ISIS when accessing Google. Okay, so I distracted them in a sense with my processing that used commands to toggle in the information, and I did this between a picture of Barack Obama and ISIS, and it depicted behavior that I could not attack the president with a anything but a command. So I picked up a weapon and it automated a motion of my body to pick up a pen off my desk. And when I brought it to the president's photo, automated, meaning in command and in process, committed during process, to try to attack the president's photo. And this was at a time before programs conditions were allowed to acknowledge photographs from people with high resolution displays. So the military hadn't really quite perfected this yet. And I helped them big time, big time. I mean, I use these high resolution displays on my MacBook Retina display with images that basically didn't have programming to associate them with actual images and not people, because the facial recognition via the retina and the monitored cognitive process had identified the person accessing personal programming, not just image conditions. Okay, these image conditions were programmed later. See, they had to use more technology to understand this. But before they had this technology, I played my best hands to toggle through program information based on the retina process and the programming that analyzes the retina, and president's photos and military, and did a lot of demonstrations on why they need better technology. Not only that, but why they support me so much. Why they support me so much. So we kind of moved from the whole ISIS commander speaking for me and saying I committed myself to ISIS, to this program that explored so much more potential with programming and the cognition, with mind control, and well, we at least achieved a distraction. So we think that I saved myself from ISIS, okay, in America. So once you understand this, it's kind of like, wow, this could be anybody. This could be anybody, you know? But this goes on to perform like, it's corruption, okay? It is corruption in America. It is a process. It is a program. It is mind control. And it violates the U.S. Constitution. So I want to get the Army on board to understand some of the actual modern day threats of technology and get them to defend the Constitution, as everyone in the Army takes an oath to protect the Constitution. They have all failed to do so as of now, and that's pretty significant.